Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Hi Capricorn, welcome to your November 2021 Oracle and Tarot reading. My name is Tessa, you're watching my channel. So this is going to be a spiritual guidance reading. It's going to include astrology and tarot. Basically we're going to take a look to see what the cards are bringing up for you. So when I say spiritual guidance, it can pretty much go in a number of different directions. It's really just about the message that needs to come through the most for you for November 2021, okay? Also, when we're talking about astrology, we're talking about so many different cosmic events and things that are happening in our solar system, in our sky throughout November. The most prominent one is going to be the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus on November 19th. So the reason why I absolutely love this Astro Soul Oracle deck is that you know, when I use it for the tarot, it just kind of like, it really focuses in on specific astrological energies that are in effect, and I can then connect the dots and see exactly where this is going on, like in your chart. So if you're a Capricorn rising, exactly like what area of your life this might be going on in. So it really just depends on the cards that come out over here. But I also do a general reading for the cards as well. So you can watch this if you're a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, okay, and it might resonate with you. If I do happen to refer to, you know, if I say Capricorn rising, then there might be a specific message geared specifically towards Capricorn risings, okay? But generally speaking, I do read the astrology cards generally as well, and I just read the energy together with the tarot, but I also match it up on the chart according to, I only go according to your rising sign when I actually look at the chart for November. And I match it up like that and kind of let you know what's going on in reference to astrology, okay? I have noticed though that like even when I refer to the chart, it can actually resonate even with like your sun sign. So it could actually resonate with you even if you're a Capricorn sun. So that's why I'm just like letting you know to just kind of like take the messages that resonate, and if there are messages that don't resonate, just, you know, let it go. It could be for someone else. There's so many different people out there. I know, you know, there's singles, there's people with children, there's people who are in relationships. So, you know, but I do read what the cards say. Okay. So whatever is coming out for you. Okay. Also, just so you know, there was something else I wanted to say. If you did happen to read my mid-October, or if you did happen to watch my mid-October videos, the Halloween special, I did read from the Moon Phase Astrology book, and I really enjoyed doing that. So hopefully people who saw those videos kind of enjoyed the little snippet information that you got from that specific moon phase energy. And I really kind of want to continue providing those kinds of resources for you guys because I do find the book really fascinating, and it really does hone in on very, you know, it's not a long read. Each moon phase analysis in the book is like usually no longer than 2 pages max. So it's really not that bad. And there's a lot of really useful information in there and things to definitely consider and interpret, okay? So with that being said, what I'm trying to say is this astrology oracle deck has everything, okay? It has all the moon phases. So basically what I would do if we pull a moon phase card, it's a very specific kind of energy that could be significant for you for the month of November. So we're going to see exactly when that moon phase is going to take place in November, what zodiac sign it's going to be in, and then I'm going to take a look at the moon phase astrology book and see exactly what the energy represents for that moon phase in that particular zodiac sign, okay? And there's usually a really good story there, okay? And if anything, like, just listen to the story because it's always a good story and there's always morals to stories, okay? So hopefully you guys like to read, or at least you like being read to. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the chart for Capricorn rising just to get it prepared. Okay. Happy Scorpio season. So we are officially in Scorpio season. If you guys already started to feel the intensity of Scorpio season, you know, it definitely has a lot to do with, you know, the depth of the sign. You know, it's a water sign, but it definitely lurks in those deeper kind of murky waters. Okay. A lot of the times during Scorpio season, we're really being forced to face maybe some like childhood wounds or some deeper issues, or maybe like some really painful truths that we need to come to terms with. We can find ourselves really being deeply sensitive about things. Maybe like repressed emotions can come to the surface, or the opposite. Or Scorpio season, you could tend to repress your emotions even more because you're starting to feel that energy. Okay, but you know, so it's going to be different for everyone. It's going to be different for everyone. Okay. Okay. So I pulled up the Capricorn rising chart in case we pull up any cards that are significant to that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right. And I am going to use tarot cards as well. So I have two different tarot decks. So we're going to go ahead and clarify, get deeper into the story as we start pulling the cards. And then at the very end, I am going to pull an oracle card from the Enchanted Map Oracle as like a piece of advice or any like final messages that kind of need to come through for you. Okay, so what do we have for Capricorn for November 2021? What messages do we have for Capricorn for November 2021? Clear messages, please. Three cards. Okay. So for the first card, we have the 6th house. Okay, this is the house of Virgo. It says, I do. This is the house of health and jobs. Here's where we can see the daily work life, routine, and organizational ability, as well as body care, diet, and exercise. Animals and pets also belong to this house. Okay. So this could be a very significant kind of like time in your life where you're really focusing on your daily routines, your health, your habits. And this could be also in response to the fact that we are in Scorpio season and it does deal with like maybe some deeper emotions kind of coming up to the surface. So perhaps you feel like you need to be doing more, or perhaps like you're trying to like, you know, you don't really know what to do with all that emotional energy. You could be having maybe like some deeper feelings of like stress or anxiety because winter is around the corner. So things kind of like tend to, there's Christmas, there's Thanksgiving, there's New Year's Eve, and things kind of tend to slow down. It also depends on what kind of job you have, but things kind of do tend to get a little stressful around this time of year. So you could be feeling like a lot more active in your daily life and in your daily routines, like trying to like hustle, make more money, so you can have that for the rest of the year, okay? Or to like buy presents or whatever the case may be, okay? So that could be definitely something that you're focusing on, or just kind of feeling like a little bit more anxious, to like get things done, okay? So if you are a Capricorn rising, it looks like you have Gemini in your 6th house. So the 6th house is represented by Virgo, but for Capricorn risings, you have Gemini in your 6th house. So once again, and Gemini is also ruled by Mercury, just like Virgo is. So there could just be a lot of stimulation around this particular area of your life, like just doing things around the house. Like you could be like, maybe there are some nights where you have sleepless nights. You could be overthinking things like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do that. You could be thinking about work. You might also like have this feeling like you didn't do something, or you always, like you forgot to do something even though you didn't, So there could be just kind of like a lot going on. There could be some overthinking because Gemini energy does tend to be very like very mental and very, also like very distracted, very distracted with like kind of multiple things going on around them. Okay, and then we have the void, of course. Okay, super interesting. So every once in a while between two different moon phases, and this is not actually like, there's no description in the book for a void, of course, moon. So this is like right in between two different moon phases, where the moon, it kind of gets lost a little bit. It doesn't fall into any specific zodiac sign. So like it could be moving, let's say, from Leo to Virgo, but for like 2 hours, it's void. It's completely, it's not attached to any zodiac sign whatsoever. And this is said to, and I'll definitely take a look to see when exactly the void, of course, moons are happening, just so you can have some kind of idea of the dates, where maybe you shouldn't make any really big decisions, okay? So it says over here, pause in time, change of plans, limbo, and improvisation. So what they say about the void, of course, moon is that like this is not really a good time to make any big decisions, because there's kind of like a limbo going on. Like it won't mean anything, okay? It's kind of like you're needing to just kind of like take a pause, because things might feel a little off, or you might not be completely sure if you are trying to make a decision. Things like, you really might feel a little lost or not really know how to make a decision. So we'll see when we clarify with the tarot exactly like what this might be. If there is something that you're thinking about and, you might feel like a little lost throughout November during certain days. But I am going to take a look and just kind of like let you know the dates, okay? So you could write this down if you would like to. You don't have to. On November 1st, there's going to be a void moon from 12 p.m. until 6:11 p.m., okay? On November 3rd, there's going to be a void from 5:32 p.m. till 7:52 p.m. On November 5th, there's going to be a void from 11:10 a.m. till 7:52 p.m. So it's kind of like every other day. Every other day, there's basically a void for about 2 hours, okay, approximately. On November 9th, there's a void from 12:51 p.m. to 10:03 p.m. So that one's a little bit longer, okay? So, yeah. Wow, there's actually a lot in November. There's a lot of voids in November, okay? So that's actually really interesting, because I've never seen, like, it's literally usually only, like, voids really don't happen that, like, I mean, they do happen frequently, but it's just kind of like this, like, moment in time between the signs. Okay, I see what's going on here. That's so interesting, though. So it's like starting in okay, I'm in December now. Starting in December, like there's literally like a void every single day, okay? In November, it's like every other day. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to like give you any like false, it's like nothing like that. It's just like there are like certain periods and certain moments where the moon just kind of like goes blank. So it's going to be just like really important to like tune into your intuition and kind of like, but like I said, I'm going to clarify it with the tarot. And we're going to see like exactly what's going on there. But, this could be a really good time to just kind of like to think about any big decisions that you are trying to make, and to really like not allow yourself to make any like sudden impulsive moves, and to kind of let things ride, just kind of let things ride and see what happens. Just kind of like more like go with the flow until like you really know, until you feel like you're really certain of something, okay? There is a way that if you are really, really interested, I honestly didn't think that it was going to be that much, because usually when I check, it's not really that frequently. So I have to look into that a little bit more. But if you do want to check it out, you could always like Google to see like, you know, about these like void moon phases. Okay. Okay. And then for the final Astral Soul card, we do have the 3rd house, which is the house of Gemini. And you have Gemini ruling your 6th house. So I do find that interesting. It says, I think. This is the house of the mind and ideas. Here is where we see the concrete thinking, thoughts, communication, mental agility, and the capacity to relate to the most immediate and daily social environment, like siblings and neighbors. Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like I said, like your mind could be really, really active right now. You could be overthinking a lot of things. It could have a lot to do with like your personal friendships. You could definitely have like a lot going on in your surroundings. In regards to like, you know, your immediate surroundings. Okay. So like your community, your social group, the group that you actually like spend time with. Like I'm not necessarily talking about like social media or like long distance acquaintanceships. More like people who are you're in your immediate environment on a regular basis. People that you kind of like deal with on a regular basis. Oh my goodness, I just noticed that my battery is low, and it's probably because my sister, I'm so sorry, hang on one second. My sister unplugged my computer. Ah! Okay, let's see if I can get up now. Sorry. That's really funny. Okay. Just crawled under the table, no big deal. Just had to plug in my computer. Because I was like, oh my god, my battery is going to die. Then everything is going to go dead. Okay. Yeah, so like there could be a lot going on, especially because, you know, there's so many festivities coming up. Like I said, Thanksgiving, Christmas, things like that. So there could just be kind of a lot going on in this area. Or you could be like, you could have some like anxiety, you know, maybe regarding certain friendships or sibling relationships. Maybe they are expecting, you know, a lot. Maybe there's people expecting a lot from you or something like that. Okay. So I'm also kind of getting the feeling like this void moon is a really good reason to just kind of retreat and to literally actually kind of get lost in the void a little bit, you know, to like have that time for yourself to just like clear your mind and like meditate and just like not even, you know, because there's a lot of mental energy going on here with the 6th house and the 3rd house. Both Gemini and Virgo are ruled by Mercury. Okay, so it's a lot of mental activity over here, a lot of thinking and overthinking and things like that. So I feel like that void is actually like, if you feel like as the days go in November, if you feel a very sudden kind of feeling to just like let your mind go blank, I feel like that could be really, really good for you. And that's going to be really necessary just for like your overall mental health. So Capricorn rising, if you're a Capricorn rising, you do have Pisces in your 3rd house. Currently Neptune is in Pisces and it is retrograde. So a lot of like internalizing, maybe some dreams or visions that you have, like your imagination when it comes to, maybe you could be like imagining things, like maybe if you are surrounded by like a lot of like friends and things like that, there could definitely be some like haziness, revolving these friendships or like information that isn't very clear. There could just be something that isn't very clear, but because Neptune is retrograde, you are more likely to internalize that thought process and that observation rather than actually like express it or talk about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify and kind of see what this is all about. Okay, I really want to see what the void. So we're going to clarify all 3 cards using the Tarot of Dreams. So let's clarify the 6th house, the void, of course, and the 3rd house for Capricorn. Okay, that one wanted to come out. Okay, for the sixth house, we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, this is the Sun in Gemini. Wow. Okay. So some kind of like ending here. All right. So, I mean, with the Sun in Gemini in your 6th house, and then if you are a Capricorn rising, the fact that you have Gemini in your 6th house and you also pulled the 3rd house card, I'm really getting some strong energies of like some kind of ending or betrayal going on here. It could be in reference to a person or something like in your daily environment. Like it could be in reference to someone perhaps that you are in contact with in your daily environment, whether it's a roommate or like a close friend or a sibling or someone that you are in regular contact with, someone who is kind of part of your routine structure. So like I said, it could be at home or at work, but a 10 of Swords is the ending. It's like there's some kind of truth coming to light, but not without like pain. Okay, there is some kind of pain going on here. Maybe there is some kind of relationship that ended, or like some kind of betrayal was done. Now, I am going to clarify this even further with another tarot deck, and we're going to see exactly what that's about, and we're going to get a little bit deeper into the story because I'm really curious as to what that is. Because right now it looks like there is some heavy kind of like pain about something, but there's also this feeling of like releasing the pain, of like rising above it and like continuing to move on, right? And like just like moving forward. But there could have been something recent. It could have been recent. It could have been like in the recent past. Something came to an end, or you found out something that someone said. There could have been some gossip, some rumors that were going on in your social circle, and it's coming to light right now. But let's go ahead and clarify the void, of course, moon, and then we'll get into clarifying all of the cards even further and diving further into the story to see what is going on there. Okay, so for the void, of course, we have the Knight of Swords. This is wild, Capricorn. This is a Gemini card. So we've got a lot of Gemini energy going on here. You could be dealing with a Gemini. This Gemini might have wronged you somehow. Okay, Geminis do tend to be very gossipy and very like... And if you do have a Gemini in your surroundings, this could also be a warning, okay? I really feel like this could be a warning. Telling you like just kind of be careful around this person. They might be talking a lot of shit. They might be saying some things behind your back and you're just kind of like oblivious to it because the Knight of Swords is falling under that void moon. It's like they're trying to be really sneaky and not like let you see and not like show you or something like that, but there is some very impulsive communication going on here, okay? Like I really feel like there's something going on behind your back, okay? I'm just going to be like straight up about it, especially because it's falling under the void, of course, moon. It's kind of like, you know, you probably just want to see the good in people. You know, you probably are just like, you're just doing your thing and you're being a leader and you're just like being cool with everybody and you want to see the good in people, but I kind of feel like there is someone in your surroundings who's kind of like, they're very chatty, okay? They're very like kind of cutthroat with their words. They kind of talk a lot. As far as like what they're talking about, I don't know yet. So we'll take a look to see if that comes out, okay? But we'll clarify that. Now, clarifying the 3rd house, the house of siblings, friendship, community, we have the Palace of Coins. Okay, so yeah, with the Palace of Coins, I mean, I'm definitely feeling that this could be a work environment, okay? Palace of Coins definitely kind of screams work environment. This could also be a home environment for some of you. You know, like you worked really hard, you're paying for your apartment. you know, and you're like maintaining it, but so it could be a home environment, but I'm with it being the coins energy, the Palace of Coins, um, I kind of feel like this could be a certain work environment, you know, like you're very, like you are nurturing your, like when it comes to work, Capricorn, it's like you're just doing your job, okay? You're doing your job, you're doing you, you're being, you know, a leader like the best, you know, the best way you know how. Like you're bringing a lot of attention, and you know, you're part of the moving blocks and part of the machine that really makes this workplace and this work situation like really nice, you know, and move and like beautiful and move nicely. Like you're probably really, really good at what you do. Okay. You're probably really good at what you do. You really bring a sense of like stability to your environment. You're dependable. You bring a lot of that like nurturing energy too. Like you really care about your job. It's not just a job. You're not just there to make money, but you actually care about what you're doing. Okay. So, and I feel like people who are around you, you probably have a lot of friends that you work with, or like you know, like that's basically how your social life flows. Your social life flows through your work. And that's how you like make your friends and meet your friends and stuff like that. And I feel like you are recognized in your work environment, by your, you know, by your work ethic and, you know, just your ability to be dependable and to work hard and to be there for others and things like that. So let's take a look at this Ten of Swords. My goodness. Let's clarify this Ten of Swords. What is this Ten of Swords all about? Okay. What is this betrayal or pain or truth that needs to come to light? All right. What is this Ten of Swords, please? Okay, so clarifying the Ten of Swords, we have the Sun card. Okay, so things have come to light. Something has already come to light, okay? We have the Empress energy, Venus energy, okay? Maybe you have just recently become single, okay? You've recently become single. And the Moon, 3 major arcana cards in a row. What? Pisces energy. So we have the Sun, that's like Leo, Empress Venus, that's Taurus, Libra, and then the Moon, Pisces. Okay, this is super interesting. So honestly, I kind of feel like you just don't care. Like, you're just doing you. You're gonna just continue to like be in your happy place. Like if there is some gossip going on around you, I feel like you just don't give a fuck. Like you really just don't care, you know? You're just going to keep making your money. You're going to continue being this like Empress. You're going to continue just being happy and be positive, and you're going to just like let yourself shine. If there is anything that's going on around you that you don't know about, you're going to keep that to yourself. Like even if intuitively you do kind of sense that there is some shady things going on, or there is a person in your environment who's acting kind of shady or who's talking behind your back, like you're not going to like show anyone that you know that. You're not like you're using your intuition, and you're also kind of like using your own self, and like, you know, you're staying focused on the job, you're staying focused on you and your money and like your like stability and your happiness and like the people that you actually do like give a fuck about and who give a fuck about you. Like you're just focusing on all of that, and it's like you're not even really worried about this. It's like it's there, all right, fine, it's there, and I'm just not really going to pay it any mind, but at least I know that it's there. Even if it's like you don't really necessarily know what they're saying, you're kind of just like, accepting. Okay, it's like this feeling of acceptance. That's what I'm getting over here, okay? So let's clear, oh my goodness. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords. What is this Knight of Swords all about? What is this Gemini energy all about? Clarify the Knight of Swords for me. This could also be someone who says something to you directly. Like, it might not even be like behind your back. Like, maybe there could be someone in your environment who's like very cutthroat with their words, and they even say like maybe some offhanded comments to you directly, but you're just like, and it like maybe deep down inside it does hurt you, but you're just like, I ain't got time to like show this person that you know what I mean? Like, instead of saying something back, or instead of like, you know, starting a fight with them, or like, you know, showing them that kind of attention, you just kind of like internalize the pain, and you just like bite your tongue, and you just move on with your life, and you continue to stand in your power, make your money, and be strong, even though there could be some hidden emotions. Like, perhaps you are hiding your true feelings, you know, because you want to project that kind of like tough exterior, you know, like you have everything under control. So I could see that as a possibility as well. But I kind of feel like with the Void over here, it's kind of supporting you in a way. It's kind of telling you not to give this person any attention, okay? But let's clarify the Knight of Swords. Let's see what it says. Okay, so for the first card, we have the Knight of Swords. What the hell, Capricorn, is happening over here? Oh my God. The Knight of Swords is literally clarified by the Knight of Swords. What? Okay, we need to pull some more cards here, because it's like, what? Maybe somebody... What? I don't know. Maybe you might decide to fight back. You might decide to like let your tongue a little loose, especially if they start getting on your nerves. Let's see. Okay, I need 2 more cards. Clarify the Knight of Swords, please. I need 2 more cards. That's wild. What the hell? Oh my God. Okay, let's see here. The Tower, Mars energy. Okay, some shit's about to go down. I don't know, Capricorn, what's happening here, but some shit is about to go down. And we have the 8 of Swords, more Gemini energy. What? Jupiter in Gemini. What is this? Oh my God. What is this? This is so, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. There's a lot of, like... Okay, so... Wait, I don't know why I put this over here. I still have to clarify the Palace of Coins. We still got to get into this. So basically, like, okay, so this could definitely be between you and another person, or between 2 people that you know and you're staying out of it, okay? This could be between you. This could be between you and another person. Or between 2 people. But I also kind of see this double Knight of Sword energy is like so just like wanting to cause some kind of harm. Okay? I'm also feeling a really strong energy, like this is just one person. This is just one person who won't stop, okay? Like, they just won't stop. So it's like, even if you ignore them, they just won't stop. Like, it's like they're determined. It's like they're determined to make you feel something. They're determined to make you feel something, okay? And what you end up feeling is like, you know, you kind of have to go through this like transformation. You kind of have to like, it's almost like forcing you to go within yourself. It's almost like, oh, let me respond to my sister real quick. It's almost like they're kind of forcing you like their words, just the way that they talk and the way they act is almost like forcing you to go within yourself. This could be somebody in your environment around work, maybe just the way they act. It's just kind of like irking you the wrong way. And it's kind of like forcing some changes within you. It's kind of like forcing you to go within yourself and figure out like why this person bothers you so much, or like why, like I don't know, like somehow it's just forcing like a tower. It's forcing this tower moment where it's like you have to, I don't see this happening outside of you. This is more like an internal thing. And then you end up feeling kind of stuck. Like you end up feeling like you don't really know what to do about it. You kind of feel trapped in your own mind over here. So you're kind of trapped in your own mind. You're not really fighting back. I don't see this as you snapping back at them. It could be you snapping back at them, but I'm not feeling that at all. I'm feeling it more as just like, that's just how crazy this energy is. That's just how like kind of off their rockers this person is, you know, like with their words, very like sharp tongued. And it's kind of like forcing a kind of tower moment where you end up feeling like this person kind of put you there. But when it's the Eight of Swords, the reality is actually like you kind of put yourself there. Like you can still, like, even if the energy is really strong and really power and like, I don't know, like it's kind of getting to you, you still have the ability to take yourself out of it. You still have the ability to take yourself out of it, okay? This could also be like someone at work. This could be even like a supervisor or a boss who's constantly like, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And you're just like, I'm exhausted. Like, what do you want from me, you know? And maybe you feel betrayed because like they overwork you. And like you have done so much to make this, like you put so much value and effort and like just like wonderfulness in your job as it is. And maybe like you just feel like you have to keep giving value to yourself while this other person is like not really giving you much value. They're just kind of like being a shithead. So I see that also as a possibility. So just take it as it resonates. Let's clarify the Palace of Coins. All right, Palace of Coins is clarified by the Nine of Swords, more Gemini energy. I honestly feel like there's got to be a Gemini in your environment. There's got to be a Gemini who's causing some trouble, who's talking some shit. Like maybe they're talking to the boss or the supervisor, and then the supervisor's talking to you, and it's just like, I don't know, like some kind of weird ass drama going on here. So we have the Nine of Swords, which is Mars and Gemini. Okay, so there is some anxiety revolving around this workplace. What the hell? The Five of Pentacles, Mercury and Taurus. Are some of you worried that you're going to get fired or something? And then Justice. Whoa. Libra energy. Whoa. Okay. This is a very, very, like, this message is probably not going to resonate with everybody, but I honestly, like, I mean, it's right there. It's right in the cards. It's like someone is either trying to get you fired, or like you are having a lot of anxiety about losing your job, and you're like fighting for yourself. You're trying to fight to get justice for yourself, for your work, or like through your friends, but like with but there is like some fear going on here. There's some fear. There's fear about there's fear about losing your job. Like just straight up. There's some kind of fear here that you're going to lose your job. But the Justice over here is kind of showing that things are going to end up going in your favor. So I want to be like, okay, well, I don't really see you losing your job. I don't see that at all. Like the cards don't show that you're going to lose your job, but there is some kind of fear here about losing your job, you know, and it could be because of this person or this boss, or it's like if you don't, I don't like Capricorn. This is some crazy energy. I don't know. There's some nasty people in your environment. That's all I gotta say. Some nasty people in your environment. I don't know what is going on here, but there's some kind of fear here. Let's pull some advice from the Enchanted Map Oracle. You're gonna get justice. So whatever's going on here, you're gonna get justice, okay? I don't know, you might end up breaking down, and you might end up breaking down and telling the truth about how you feel in the environment, and maybe tell your boss or whoever about the truth about how they're making you feel, how a certain person might be making you feel, and you might actually tell someone. But I think that you're afraid to, okay? I think you're afraid to. Maybe you're not so sure if your friends are going to have your back, if your work friends are going to have your back, the friends that you thought were your friends, you know? So there's a lot of really deep emotions going on here, okay? I told you Scorpio season might bring up some shit. Scorpio season tends to bring up shit. So let's get some advice for Capricorn. Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair. Okay, so the Dragon's Lair, is how do I explain the Dragon's Lair? There's a lot of just weird, there's just some shady activity going on. There's just shady activity going on. It's basically a location, a place. I'm getting strong work vibes. This is probably in your place of work. People just kind of doing what they want, being manipulative, just kind of not really having the best intentions for their employees or for their coworkers. People are just kind of out for themselves. They're just kind of it's kind of devil energy, maybe people that you work with just are not they could have some bad habits, or they could be alcoholic, or whatever the case may be. It's just kind of I'm really feeling this strongly that you're just going through some really, really crazy work environment. Maybe people just want to party, people are just wanting to have fun. So it looks like you're just kind of surrounded right now by just, a party kind of atmosphere, and people who maybe just don't have the best intentions, or who aren't, I don't know, they're just not leveled up, they might be lost in their own imagination. They could be, because the Dragon's Lair is also very, hedonistic, okay? It's hedonistic. It's it's all the witches and the wizards and the goblins have come together, and everybody's just kind of going crazy and doing whatever they want. I don't know, Capricorn. I mean, the fact that this is your advice card, I'm kind of maybe this is a warning card, but I don't know. For your advice, maybe you just need to consider the environment that you're in. So if you are trying to make some big changes in your life, especially because this void, because I remember how I said in the beginning with this void of course moon, let's see what this is all about, because a lot of the times this could be about needing to make a decision, but you just can't right now because you can't see clearly. You're not able to see things very clearly right now, and there could be some big changes that you do want to make in your life, but it's still kind of under the surface, and it's not completely it's kind of lurking, but it's not quite there yet. So that could be something that comes up eventually where you might think to yourself, like, I need to make changes. And you might actually start to see your environment for what it is. And then when you know that it's time to make a decision, you know, you might be like, once you actually see clearly what's going on around you, you could be like, okay, I see clearly now, and now it's time for me to go. You know, now it's time for me to move on, find another job, whatever the case may be. You know, because you know, you might just decide like this is not an environment I want to be in anymore. It could be very toxic. Okay. There could be a lot of like toxicity in the environment, like issues between people, between coworkers, and you're just like tired. You're just tired. You've had enough. It's like you worked so hard to build this like beautiful place, this, you know, and it's like the fact that like all the attention is being taken away from the people who actually work hard and provide like a service, provide a product that is like valuable and amazing, and the attention is actually being focused more on like the toxic people and like the people who create the drama. And it's like there's attention that's being taken away from the real value of what you are doing. And that's like, who the heck wants to put up with that? You know what I'm saying? So Capricorn, this is your reading for November 2021. Feel free to leave a comment or to like or to subscribe to my channel if you really enjoyed this reading and you want to see more, okay? I will have more videos coming up, so if you'd like to stay tuned to see what's next, just subscribe and, you know, come back and check in. So that's it. That's it. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.